Hey, welcome back in for another show. I'm your host, Sean. Got another good topic like always, but this topic's kind of close to my heart because I love the outdoors, and we were fortunate to find somebody else that happens to be in the outdoors doing something that I was interested in, but I have no experience. So with no further ado, how y'all doing today?
Doing pretty good, man. How about yourself?
Doing pretty good, man. I appreciate y'all coming on here, spending a couple minutes to tell us about your business and what you guys got going on. Um,
Mhm.
I got 1,000 questions. So it's duck hunting, and only thing I
Mhm.
could think of like the old Nintendo game that we used to have, where you would shoot the screen with the ducks. Can you break it down for us
Yes.
a little bit and tell us where you guys are from and what hunting is?
I was about to say, we're here from Northwest Arkansas, and we're up in the mountains over here where we're at, but
Hmm.
Arkansas is the capital state of duck hunting in the United States. So
It
duck
says
hunting pretty much is all do what?
It says it has over 2 million acres of wetlands provided for prime hunting grounds. That's a
Yes.
lot. That's a lot,
Yes, it
man.
is. There's a bunch of it, and it just keeps growing at times too. But right now, since this weather that we've not had lately, all this rain that kind of slowed everything out, it's pretty much like a drought we've been
Okay.
having right now, and it's kind of declined the chart with all the birds and stuff with the migration and stuff. There's a little bit of stuff going on up north and stuff,
We haven't been
too.
getting as many waterfowl as we normally do in the state of Arkansas. Like we
Oh,
said, it was
I
known
mean,
for being
there's
the duck
people
hunting capital.
there's people out there killing some, but it's not as much as it used to be back then. Because we used to have a bunch of water, but right now the water that we're supposed to be having has not been here like we need it to.
now what do you
And
think?
it's
You
not
think
It
enough
is
that's
rain.
slow.
now is that normal or is that very rare for it to be like that?
That's it's right now. It's kind of rare since it's been getting real hot lately, and the climate's changing. I think a little bit. It's kind of just slowed things down for right now, but you know how climate is. It'll change back, and maybe something will just grow back with more
Right.
water and stuff, and everything will just go right back to the same path we need it to.
Now, so explain to me exactly, walk me through the process of a typical day whenever you get ready to go out there. How do you prepare and get prepped to go out there to
Well, the
hunt
first thing I
these?
do is I start from the day before and prep all my stuff that I need. I gotta have stuff to keep me warm. I gotta have something that keeps my dog warm too. Also, when she's out there, I gotta have extra drinks and stuff like that. Make sure I have all my decoys prepped up, ready to go in the truck.
Okay, so
I got my waders in there and everything else too, like my
now,
bags
now,
and stuff. I have
now
it
let's.
ready.
You said something, now. Let's talk about those dogs there. Now, this ain't your average dog. Tell you give me a little background about these dogs. Can you tell me about them? Because I seen it on TV. I'm all the way on the East Coast,
Yes.
bro. We don't got that kind of stuff over here. I only see it on TV. Tell me
Right.
about these dogs.
I was about to say I have two black labs, and I'll tell you what, they are the dog I would prefer to get for a hunting dog. But even though there's a bunch of other breeds that I've been amazed. I mean,
Hmm.
I've seen a man go out in the duck woods with a German Shepherd and teach it how to retrieve a duck.
What?
Mhm.
Wow. Now, why would you
And then
stick?
there's
Why would you stick to this breed though? Like, what? Tell me some stories about
it's
why.
It's
it's
what they're known
it's
for.
what they're known for, and their coat, their skin and their coat on their fur and
They're
everything. It's
waterproof.
waterproof. It's got like a water resistant in their fur, and
They even have webbed
they
toes.
have web toes too. Helps them swim and everything too. Also makes them swim better, and they're more immune to it than most other dogs. It just really depends on the breeds.
Okay, so that's like you couldn't. Oh, okay. You can obviously be able to teach like a pit bull to go out there and do that, but the pit bull would not
Mhm.
be ready for that climate and be able to swim
No.
and be as proficient as the dogs that you got, right?
Yes,
Right.
because
Okay.
their skin and their hair on their bodies are a lot thinner. You don't want no dog that's got real thin hair because you're gonna give the dog hypothermia pretty much.
Really?
You don't want to do that. Yeah,
Wow.
they'll get cold. You got to be careful. And then also with dogs. when you're hunting out there, do not. I mean, some people do it anyways, but in my preference, I would not take my dog out there when it's ice over the hole or something like that when
Yeah,
I'm
Right.
hunting.
snow and everything, which he does hunt during the snow. It's the best time, is when it's really, really cold.
Okay, because that's when they're up moving around, right?
Yeah.
Now,
That's why we're
okay.
saying about the climate change.
Okay, so for us over here, I do a lot of deer hunting and coyote hunting. How many can you actually, I guess you say, harvest within the time you go out there that
The
day? How many can
limits.
you? How many?
On the ducks, you can. I guess you only get 6 birds, is all states pretty much normally, but it depends on what type of duck that you can be limited on, because they have different limits in different states on different type of birds, though.
Okay,
But it's all six limits. So, say I'll give you an example. So, say in Arkansas, you're hunting here, you're allowed 4 mallards, but 4 can be drakes and 1 can be a hen. They've changed the law where it used to be 2 hens, but now it's 1 hen now.
okay, okay.
And
And so
then
you
and then you
actually
get
go
the
through the
2
process.
bonus ducks as 6.
Okay, so you go through this process. Like, is this pretty much you got to do some homework on where you're going to go to, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes,
And
you gotta prep and see where you're gonna go. I open up an app. It's called Onyx,
I
and
got that
that's
for
probably
hunting
the
for deer.
best app. That's a good app. I've heard a bunch of people tell me they love that app, and I used to go with HuntWise for a while, and I decided to go to Onyx, and it's been the best app I've ever owned on my
Now,
phone.
Now let's step back for a second. What made you get into this right here, this line, doing this kind of stuff right here?
Well, I have a cousin
Right.
that is big into duck hunting, and
Hmm.
he got me into it when I was in high school, and me and him decided to go on a duck hunting trip. So we made a trip to go down there, and then this is when I got my first truck stuck too in the bottoms when I went duck hunting too.
Shit. Oh shit. Hey,
it
that's not what you was looking for when you was going down
No,
there.
I
You
wasn't
gotta
looking to get stuck. I was there to kill birds, not get
right, right.
stuck. But
Now
it's not
now
all about killing birds, though. Too, it's all just having a great time with your friends and family and getting out there in the wild and just enjoy nature while the chances you got, because life is short.
yeah, yeah. You know what? I will tell you that's something that I try to tell my sons that you got to enjoy life while you can, and especially the outdoors. Like, up my way, like I
Mm-hmm.
told you before, I love hunting. Sometimes I'll go out there, I don't see nothing at all. It's just getting disconnected and getting reconnected with nature. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You
Right.
don't the
And
cell
that's
phone, you're just it's a turn off and then it's a turn on. You're turning off
Yeah.
the
right.
all the Wi-Fi and all that. You're actually doing the way how we used to do things, you know? You know?
Right.
That's pretty
Right.
cool. So let me ask you this question here. As far as when you get out there and you start to get prepped up and you what time do you get out there in the morning? Is there a certain time you need to be out there by?
I mean, it really depends. Really,
It depends on where
I
you
mean,
go.
well, it's not because of how far. It's really depends on like where, like when the birds are gonna be there. You got to know what time and stuff, what time to be there, and when the schedule, the way you want to set your decoys out, and where you're gonna, how far you're gonna walk too, because it depends on where you're gonna go too. So, like, say I'm gonna drive an hour away, and I got a 30-minute walk in too.
And you're walk
So
this
I
you
have to.
ain't you're not walking into like dirt. You're walking into like sludge and mush as you're
Flooded
getting there.
fields.
Yes. Yes,
You
there's
got
going to be some spots where it gets muddy and nasty, and then there's sometimes you're just walking through the woods and you're getting slapped by every tree limb as you walk through the woods.
oh my gosh. Have you actually get out there and there was somebody in that area that you wanted to actually hunt in before?
I've been in an area where I've seen like some cool different type of animals that I'd like to hunt for too out there, because
Nice.
I've seen some big bucks out there while I've been duck hunting actually,
Yeah.
and I've been turning around, look at my buddies and stuff. I'd be like, but I kind of want to put my shotgun down. I kind of want to go
Yeah,
find a
right.
rifle and
Yeah,
take
right.
this dude out because
Right,
there's
right.
some big deer that's out there in those river bottoms out
Man, you
there
know
because
what?
they get
I'll tell
fed
you one.
so good.
I'll tell you one thing. That's one thing with wildlife. I kind of feel like they know our schedule. They know when the
Hmm.
season's in and they know when the season's out. Like they'll walk right past
Yes,
you whenever they're out of season, and then they're like, "What are you doing here?" Oh, you're in my player, and they won't be around whenever season is. That's how it goes.
right. They're
Um,
real slow. That's the way our deer camp is, where it's our family deer camp is what it is, and we get everybody that comes down. We all go down there to try to hunt some big old deer normally, and normally you don't see the big deer. You're always seeing the little ones show up, and that's it.
right. So let's switch some gears a little bit. Tell me about this club and this organization that you folks are trying to put together and getting rolling. What's some of the current stuff going on, and what's the news or anything?
Okay, well,
Well,
the news that we got right now is we have started this club, and we've wanted to build it and make it a better organization for this group of people that we end up getting later on. Hopefully, we get a bunch of people that wants to be a part of it. It's just trying to find the right people and make it strong.
yeah. And the way we're starting out is like, for instance, our hats.
Right.
You know, we were going through a third party person, and right now at the moment we're working on merchandise. And that merchandise is going to help push us forward to move into future plans of possibly guide hunting and land management to help with
Okay.
waterfowl.
Okay, I see that because as I told you earlier, that whenever I was live and my chat actually seen those hats, they were like immediately like, where'd she get that hat from? Where'd she get that hat from? I think so.
Yeah,
Honestly, I can put y'all in connections with some folks that will be able to help you out to get your merch out there and get you some
that would be
affordable
awesome.
prices as well. Because I actually think she's actually from Tennessee and
Hmm.
she actually uses nothing but UPS and
Hmm.
everything. I mean, I got hoodies, I got hats from her, I got beanies that she actually made for me as well, and everything's good quality. And she's all about
Hmm.
helping small business. Now, tell me some of the perks that you guys have on the table. Without, I know you're still in the works. What are some of the
Hmm.
perks that you're going to have for your club for some of the members?
We really want to make it family oriented. We want to have make people feel comfortable and, you know, like a family.
Right.
Because there's not a whole lot of businesses out there that are family based,
You're exactly right.
especially in our generation right now.
Right, right.
And that's something we want to focus on. We grew up watching uh Duck Commander.
Okay.
Um, I'm talking about Phil
Yeah,
Robertson and all
yeah,
them.
yeah,
We grew up watching them, and they're very family oriented and very,
yeah.
having a relationship with God, which is something we also want to do as well.
Hmm.
And we want to be able to give people that comfort and welcoming feeling as a family to be able to come to us and go hunting and be, it's freeing. Duck hunting is freedom, away
Right.
from the world, away from everything.
Yeah.
And that's something we really want to focus on, is to be able to give that to them, is to have that freedom the way we feel it.
Yeah, yeah, I get that right there. That means a lot because it's so basically the get back to the core values of you may not be blood family, but you are family, and you're trying to provide that
Right.
Hmm.
for the ones around that want to get out and about, and they want to learn this. Now, are you looking for experienced people in this, or are you thinking about getting some
No.
You
rookies
don't
and
have to
teach
be
them?
experienced. I was about to
We
say, you don't have to be experienced to get involved in this. I mean, we can guide them people and
and teach
learning
them the
and teach
ways.
them the ways and everything that's a part of this company and how to make the organization strong for them and stuff too with
Okay.
us.
So what's the name of your company for everybody listening and watching?
This is Spoony Kings.
Okay, where'd you come up with that name at?
Me and a buddy of mine, he lives in Northeast Arkansas. We were on a phone call, and he had a cousin on the phone call with us, and we sat there and we chit chatted for hours on the phone trying to figure out a name. And you've seen her on TikTok with her name. It says Duck Hustlers on her name. That was going to be the original name at first, so I decided, I was like, you know what? That just doesn't click. I'm probably going to get judged for this.
Right, right,
And
right,
because a lot of people look at hustler as
The old
the
fashioned
old
fancy
fashioned
word
way.
hustler.
Yes,
right,
is why
But
right,
they look at it.
we don't
right.
see it that way. I mean, the only reason we had originally came up with Duck Hustlers is we have this really good friend who basically started from the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
And he had had a rough start of his life. And now he is going to the NFR every
Mm-hmm.
December. He has his own merch line. It's called Certified Hustler. And
Okay.
he is the amazing human being. And he kind of gave us the push to start this business because if he can do it, why can't we?
Right,
And
right.
it's not just him, it's his dad. His dad owns a construction business that him and his brother are soon to, take
And
over.
here, yeah.
And it kind of pushed us, we can do it. It
You,
don't seem that hard.
you know what? That's the thing is that there's so many opportunities out there, and I'm glad that y'all are teamed up as a family and to do this, to get back to the essence and the values of making something come to reality. You put your mind to it,
Mm-hmm.
and this is something that you are very passionate about. As you've seen whenever you were in my lives, and how everybody, as soon as you get in there and they see that, they're like, do you really hunt ducks? I'm interested in that. Like people, as soon as they see that name, they're like, hey, I'm interested in ducks. And people are interested in it. And you'd be surprised how many people are
Mm-hmm.
interested in doing that. Um, let's-
Mm-hmm.
Now, let me ask you a question. Is this something that is seasonal, or is it all year long to be able to hunt for these ducks?
This
This is seasonal.
this is a seasonal. Waterfowl is normally a seasonal. Oh well, every other animal that you're gonna hunt's got a season for it, pretty
Right,
much.
right.
So duck season's only a 60-day process. Is all you get. 60 days when you're
Okay.
duck hunting. So it's a short amount of time, but it goes by quick if you just blow through it. If you're not just paying attention, it goes by fast. But if you
Oh,
enjoy it and let time just take its pace and just make it go slow and enjoy the
right.
times you got out there, because those moments are going to be special when you're about 80 years old.
You're exactly right. And that's something that we don't realize because, we can
Mm-hmm.
remember where yesterday we were just in middle school. Now we have
Yes.
children and
Right.
now we're busy and life is going so fast. So at this time, you need to
Mm-hmm.
take, do what you can do while you can do it. And,
Right.
when you were sitting there saying that about going out there in the water and you say that you can drive an hour, then you got a 30-minute walk into your location, you got to kind of be in shape to do
Yeah.
a lot of this,
I
man.
was about to say I got some buddies that are not the
Yeah,
greatest in shape, and they huff and puff when they get to the hole. They're about done, and they're like, "Ah, no, I got to crack a cigarette." I'm like, "No, no, 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 don't do
yeah,
that. That
yeah,
just makes it worse." I
yeah.
was like, "Don't
So
do that. If you want to be healthy, don't smoke
yeah, yeah.
that."
That's not. This ain't the time to do that. Now, let me ask
I was
you.
like,
Whenever
"I'm not.
the
I
equipment,
can't do that." I turned around and tell him, I'm like, "Man, you're gonna have to put that thing away because that ain't gonna save you anytime soon. That's just
right,
taking away life. That's taking away days right now
Oh,
from you."
yeah.
right, right,
And
right. That's
back
definitely not it.
so
Mm-hmm.
back to the life is too short.
Right.
So for instance, and not many people know, I don't know if you know this, but do you know what Huntington's disease is?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so that is what my mother passed away from. She passed away at the age of 45, and I
Okay.
have the exact same thing.
Okay.
So my life is short. But you know what? Me and my husband getting together with this business and everything, it has made me live more now than I have ever.
Mm-hmm.
And it's something I definitely look forward to, especially each season with my husband.
Right.
Preparing, going out, waking up at 2 o'clock in the morning, going to get breakfast, spending my days with him. And I want people to realize that
You're not
Life
promised
is
tomorrow.
really,
You know that
yeah,
that's
you're
that
never promised tomorrow.
that's the thing is that, if everybody that is watching this and listening to this, this is seriously real facts that life is too short. We are not promised tomorrow, none of us at all. And you need to
Hmm.
enjoy it as much as you can. And,
Hmm.
this couple right here has found something that they are passionate about. And they said, you know what, while however long that the good Lord has us here, we are going to enjoy it as much as possible. And I
Right.
commend y'all on
Yes.
that and taking the bull by the horns and just going with it. You
Right.
can't take it with you. Why not make it do what it do? You know?
Yep.
Right. Exactly. And God gives you what He gives you, and you have to
Correct.
accept it.
Correct.
And like we said, life is too short. Live it up while you can.
That is correct. That is correct. Now let's talk about some of this merch. What merch ideas do you have in mind, and what some of the merch that you have available?
Well, right now we do have the hats right now that we're fixing to
We're
get our
fixing to
hat
get our
guy. We're
order.
going to order a big order of hats, and then we'll have this color, probably a color like this one, and it'll be multiple colors probably
So like I
with
said,
it
we're working
too.
on these shirts and
And
some
then,
hoodies and hopefully some matching hoodie and sweat sets
That
with
sound
our
like you.
logos on it.
Yeah, you sound like you got a lot of good things in set up right there for
mhm.
Hmm.
y'all. As far as in your websites, is that something that's still in the works that you're trying to get that
Yeah,
together as
We're
well?
still trying to figure it out. We're not
she's
very tech
she's the one
savvy.
that's working on it, and she's trying to see how to set one up, but I would honestly try to find somebody that knows what they're really doing when it comes to tech, with that tech work and stuff too, with
Correct.
websites.
Right.
Websites, links, and stuff.
Right.
We have no idea.
That is cool. That's yeah, it's just going to take some time as you go forward with this. Um, you
Hmm.
know, this is a lot of good information, and I'm glad y'all took the time to sit down with me and tell me about your business and just moving forward. Would you be able? You have some links that I can actually upload on this podcast interview for people to reach out to you and try to get some information?
I was about to say we have Facebook and
Facebook and our TikTok account.
TikTok, and then that's
Awesome.
pretty much it for right
Awesome.
now at the
That's
And
moment.
awesome.
Instagram.
Yeah, so everybody that's listening right now, there will be links down below here for you to be able to reach out to them about their business, and we'll go
Hmm.
from there. Hey, I appreciate y'all coming on here tonight and talking to me about your business. I really do.
Yeah, no problem, man. It was a great time talking to you.
All right, y'all.
We
Until
enjoyed it.
next
Thank
time,
you
I'll
so
talk to
much.
y'all later.
Howdy.